I've come to Warwickshire, to this house today, where the owner passed away about a year ago, and the family have been emptying out the hoards inside the house, and the last thing to go is the car inside here. The car inside here we think is a textbook time warp. It was made in the 80s. There is the word turbo written on the boot lid, and the badge is octagonal, bit of a clue. I've never actually filmed one of these before on the Late Break Show, but I have filmed barn finds of the other cars in the range that were sold at the same time as this, but I think this could be the perfect kind of condition. So we're going to find out more about what is going on with this, and we will pull it out, of course, and maybe see if we can start it up. I'm Jonny Smith. This is a barn find episode of the Late Break Show.
Hi, Jonny.
Hi, Anne. Pleased to meet you.
And you. Come through. This is the library. My brother was a hoarder, as you can probably gather by the amount of stuff that's lying around.
Steve McQueen pictures on the walls.
Oh, fanatic on Steve McQueen.
Really fanatical about Steve McQueen.
James Bond, Roger Moore. Yeah, he liked all of them.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
So has it been your task to empty the house?
A year so far.
A year?
Yeah, clearing out. And as you can see, I've still got lots to do.
So this is nothing like what it was?
No, nothing like it. You wouldn't believe it. You couldn't see anything in here. There's no space. Equally so with the room we're going in next.
Right, let's have a look. What's this, the kitchen?
This was the kitchen, yeah, but obviously this was full. You won't believe what's under there. It's just incredible. You wouldn't believe on the surfaces. It's just ridiculous.
Okay.
But,
oh my gosh.
But then we get to a garage.
Of course, that's the back.
And this is probably what you're going to
This is what I'm here for. This is what I'm here for.
This is what you're here for, yeah. So do you want to open the door? Do you want to see the deeds?
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh.
As you can see, it's been there for, to my knowledge, over 30 years.
So MG Metro Turbo. Your brother bought this car when, do you think?
Did you say early 80s, something like that? I'm not 100% sure, but I know he had it on the road for a very short while because he frightened himself in it.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Really?
And, he frightened himself driving it, and he was also told by the people he worked for, which is a factory across the road, that he was not allowed to drive it around the factory site because he was a danger. Because the speed he used to drive it there was horrendous.
Was he a really fast driver?
Apparently so, yeah.
Really? This is last taxed in 92.
That's correct, yeah.
And
yeah.
the car's a B reg, which is
That's right.
84. They only started making MG Metros in 83.
Goodness.
So it's an early car. And this was not covered up or anything. This is as it's been.
It's never been covered to my knowledge.
Because it's not actually very dusty. I mean, I might not even need to clean it. It's just a bit dusty.
Just a film of dirt, that's it.
Wow. So last time I checked, using the website How Many Left, there's 29 of these on the road in the UK.
There?
29 MG Metro Turbos.
Oh, goodness.
That's how few there are.
It's just unreal, isn't it?
Yeah. So you don't think this car has been restored?
Not to my knowledge, no.
It hasn't been on the road since 92?
92, that's right. And I've got some documentation, MOTs and things like that, which will also say the same.
Yeah. Goodness.
I've got a box of bits and pieces here.
You've got some bits.
Which
I recognise those mirrors.
I've got like receipts and I don't know what they are.
Yeah, some service parts. Distributor cap, we might actually need that.
He was probably...
He was an engineer by trade, is this right?
Yeah, he was an engineer, a needle maker.
A needle maker?
Yeah.
So a precision engineer?
Yeah.
And because I can see there's lots of bits in the car, like books.
Unless I've gone through books and bags, etc., I've come across bits that are relevant to the car, so we popped them in there.
Right. Oh, that's good. That's really good. And you found the ignition key?
I found the key.
That's always good. I know this door is bolted shut.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, Anne, is maybe I think we'll try and open this door to get a bit more light in. I mean, amazingly, the car seems to have been really, really well preserved. But you said the house has got no running water.
It's got no water, it's got no heating. It has a little bit of
So it makes a gurgling noise, but there's no water that comes into this house.
It comes in and goes out the drain, but just through that little pipe there, but there's no other water in the house.
So your brother didn't have a family or anything like that?
No, he's on his own. A very different guy.
Yeah.
Very much his own person.
My gosh. But he obviously was really, really fond of this.
He was
car.
precious, yeah. Precious about this.
Yeah. That's Jason. Jason's uncle is the guy that owns the Metro. And he's the one that contacted the Late Break Show to tell me about this and for us to come and film. So if you know of a car that is in a shed, in a real barn, in a hedge that's of interest, you can get in touch with us. There's an email address in the description below. Hey, thanks for strimming for me.
That's all right, it's a pleasure.
So you're the one, thanks for contacting us, by the way, and telling me about this amazing Metro. You did say, I think this is a bit of a time capsule car.
I did.
And sure enough, it is a time capsule of a car. It's incredible.
It is, it's amazing, and I think it's, be good to see it out in the daylight.
Yeah.
After so many years of being sat inside there.
So how old were you when he bought this?
17.
So you remember it?
Yeah, I remember him buying it. I remember when he bought it, and he brought it round to my dad's to show us what he bought and took us out for a drive in it. Yeah, so yeah, I remember the car very well and how passionate he was about it.
So 36,000 miles on the clock.
Yeah.
Not restored.
No.
But because he was a bit of a hoarder, there's other parts dotted around it, isn't there? There's like multiples of wheels and tyres.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it's the way Graham was. If he went into something, he bought everything to go with it.
So am I right in thinking that this car is going to be for sale?
Yes. Yeah, I think from the estate family point of view, I think we want it to go to somebody who's going to appreciate it for what it actually is, and hopefully get it back on. Well, it's ready to go on the road now, I think, anyway. But
to be honest, if it's anything like what I've seen, you probably could get an MOT on it within the weekend.
I think you could, yeah.
It's spookily good.
Oh, I think it'd be better left as it is, rather than even try and restore any of the bodywork, because it doesn't need it. I mean, it's just beautiful. It really is.
And you said you used to work for Austin Rover
years ago, selling cars. Yeah.
So you remember how badly they were made?
Yeah. The Metro's pre-era me, but they morphed into the Rover 100, which was yeah.
Here we go. There's a bit of rubble. There it is. Look at that.
First bit of daylight.
Right, so now we've got the door open. What we're going to do, me and Jason, we're going to see if the car will roll outside. Handbrake's been left on. Fingers crossed that the brakes aren't completely seized. We're going to move these. So there's another set of wheels here. And the MG Metro came with 13-inch tyres, which I know is hilariously small today. But the original Metro, the non-MG Metros, had 12-inch wheels and tyres. These are rare now in themselves. Right, you ready, Jason?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
She's rolling easy.
Do you know, I've just realised the tyres are all completely up.
I know.
Did you inflate them?
No, we haven't inflated it. It's how we found them.
And Anne didn't inflate them?
No.
This is the way they were?
That's the way it's been
How
found.
strange. Right, this is quite free, so we'll get ready with I'll get ready on the back to let it back slowly. Keep coming then. Keep coming.
There she goes.
Okay. Now that we've got the car out, Jason, bloody hell, it really is amazing.
I know, it's staggering, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, on camera, you can probably see some marks and things like this. This is like sort of like spider poo and just little wipes of dirt and dust. This is not speckles of rust. This is all where you've just trimmed these bushes back so we can get further away to film it. This car is really, really, I mean, if we were to spend some time detailing it, I think it would be stunning. But bear in mind, there's no running water here, so we can't detail it even if we wanted to. That's the only bit I can see where it's surface rust, where the paint's lifted and it's been touched in. There. And there's a couple of spots on the bonnet which someone's gone around with a touch-up pen, which is...
what Graham would have done.
It's exactly, yeah. And I've also noticed that all the lights are the original Austin Rover badge lights. All the clusters. These are halogen. The rear light cluster's the same. These bumper centre sections of the bumpers were metal. These side bits are plastic, and these normally rot. Front bumper's really good. I mean, I can't wait to have a look under the bonnet to see the old 1275cc turbo motor. So you can see these tyres are all inflated. We've not inflated any of the 165 6513s. But the hydrogas suspension, which this shared with the Mini, I think, it's sagged a bit. It needs pumping up. That's a given. I'm going to give my podcast partner, Rich Porter, a video call. He loves these, loves all British Leyland related tat. He's an author. If you haven't, listen to our podcast, Smith and Sniff, every Monday and Friday.
Hello.
Aha.
Hi.
How are we?
I'm good. Something very V80 just went past. It was an RS4.
Nice.
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Sorry. I'm quite backlit here.
You are backlit. Let me show you something that's not a V8 RS4, but actually more exciting. Behold.
It's a Metro.
Yes.
It's a Metro Turbo.
It's a Metro Turbo. So, yes, extra vents.
That's because of the hot turbo.
B-Reg on the B.
Holy heck, it's a pre-facelift.
Yeah. Get this, Rich. It's done 36,000 miles from new. There's a...
Get out of Longbridge.
It's 36,000 miles from new. I'll put the back seat up in a second, but this, just to give you a little carrot dangle, let me show you.
You're going to show me where the rot isn't, aren't you? Oh my gosh.
Look, I mean the jack's never been out, I don't think.
Is that an 80s spec? It is. Look at that little thing. Oh, look, and the sticker's still there.
All the decals, honestly, Rich, all the decals. I'll go around here. Look.
What are the sills like?
The sills are amazing. I've got underneath it. So this crimp line is absolutely perfect.
Oh my goodness, that's not possible. Has it been restored? Or
Is
is this how it came?
No, it's never been restored. It's never been restored. It's been in here since it was bought when it was, I think it was 3 years old when the chap bought it. There's a bill of sale in the
Is that a chest freezer?
Yes, that is a chest freezer, yeah.
Oh, that's quality. A chest freezer and a Metro Turbo. That is a good garage.
And some really old Castrol GTX down there. Retro GTX.
Any half tins of paint that I might be interested in?
Did you see that? There's one that I sent a picture to you, which is called Helmsman's Varnish.
Oh, that's where that's from.
Yeah.
Can you show me the turbo boost gauge? Has it got it in the instruments?
It has.
Yes. Oh my god, turbo boost.
That's right. It's.
Higher and lower case there. That's good.
I mean, look.
It says turbo in the middle of the wheel rather than MG as well.
Yeah. Turbo here.
This is a rarity.
I think it is, man. Yeah. Look at this. Light emitting diode boost gauge.
Imagine it's 1984. You've got light emitting diode boost gauge and turbo written everywhere. You are king of the
cul-de-sac.
People who've got 205 TCIs and running 5 turbos. But hey, the Metro was plucky, and if memory serves, that turbo installation on the old A series was done by Lotus.
Yes, it was. It was Lotus engineered. You're right. All this stuff is like spider poo. You know that spider poo?
Yeah, spider poo, spider poo. It's all over, you know, Metro.
Leyland logos.
I'm having a bit of a moment over this. This is a fantastic car. Have you got it running?
Not yet. That's what we're about to do. I thought I'd call you first. show you the bodywork, and then
spend the rest of the afternoon like I'm in a hospital waiting room.
what, waiting for results?
Yeah. Do let me know if you get it running.
Yeah, absolutely, I will. I thought you'd appreciate it, though. It's genuinely rare, isn't it? This is properly rare.
Really rare, really rare. I mean, goodness, that's like if you go, oh, I found a Bugatti Royale in a garage. They're like, fine. There's another dozen of those, but this, I mean, this is truly a unicorn.
Yeah.
Gosh. All right. Well, good luck.
Thankings. Take care.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye, please. He's impressed. This has got to be up there with one of the best preserved cars I've done on the Late Break Show, I think, BFs. It's really, really quite something. So the Metro Turbo. You can tell it's a turbo. It's got extra vents in the bonnet. Look at this. Look at this. So there's the extra drain look for those vents. So A-Series 1275 engine, but by putting the turbo on that goes underneath this SU carb down there at the back, 93 horsepower in period, I think, but they were regularly seeing about 100. Tunable. Gearbox was the weak spot, couldn't handle the extra power really. And of course A-Series, the gearbox is in the sump with the engine oil. But look at the condition of this one. So, I mean, all the areas you'd normally look for rot along this scuttle panel, the wiper panel, along these seams where the suspension mounts are here. Here's the hydrogas suspension here with the shocks in there. Even the battery tray, look at the damn battery tray. It's really nice. So I know the Metro Turbos came with electronic ignition, and there's an electronic ignition module down here. And there's a note which Graham must have put here, oil change at 33,600. It's done exactly 36,000 miles, like exactly 36 miles. So it had oil changes, filter change, plug change, pads change, brake shoes. These cars had 4-pot calipers on the front with disc brakes, and that's what made the turbo extra special. So it had, better braking performance as well as better accelerative performance. And I guess these were competing with what? Fiesta XR2s, Renault 5 Gordinis, or maybe Renault 5 Turbos. And that's still got antifreeze into the top. That's still got brake fluid into the top. And I guess this one is that's brakes. This one's maybe clutch with the turbo heat shield around it. There we go. So what we'll do, as usual on Barn Finds, before I even attempt to fire it up, I will disconnect the fuel line, take the plugs out, put some oil down there, clean up the rotor arm and the distributor cap, and then we'll see when we put a battery on it whether we get a spark, whether we get it freely to turn over on the starter, no compression. And then if that seems all good, give it some fuel from this. The now infamous Tony BMW can of hope, where we use that fuel pump and not the fuel system from the car. Because we assume when it hits this age that the fuel system's knackered. Oh, by the way, I was wondering where this was. And in those boxes with new old stock bits, I found the top. So that's really good. That finishes off the engine bay nicely. The plugs are coming out nicely. They're not dirty. I'll clean them up a little, but
and we do have 2 more brand new sets.
We do. We've got multiples, but we'll take them out anyway. I'll put a bit of oil misting in there, clean the plugs. I'm going to need to trace the fuel line because I'm not sure which one. You've got the regulator here, the pressure regulator.
Yeah.
You have got at least 2 workshop manuals, so I'll have to might check those. We've got some of the neighbours coming out, and one of your other uncles has turned up.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't seen this car outside since...
Douglas hasn't seen this in 33 years.
Yeah. Well, I'm really hoping. I mean, Uncle Douglas really wants to hear the car fire up.
He does.
Jason, you need to tell the camera about the koi carp. Because I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, about the fact that my uncle kept koi carp in the bath. Is that unusual?
He had koi carp living in the bath.
He did, yeah. Yeah. Anne, how many fish do you think Graham had in the bath?
9 or 10.
9 or 10 koi carps in the bath.
Did you see them?
You had to come and feed them.
Yeah, I couldn't find them.
That's the funny story. Yeah.
You went upstairs to the toilet and then actual koi carp in the bath, living in the...
Yeah, Anne was asked to come and feed the cat, the birds and the fish. She found the cat and the birds, but couldn't find the fish until she went for a wee.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, I'm going to go and get a battery. I think, do you want to put the keys in the ignition and see if you get some keys? Get some keys, some lights. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, fogs. Yeah, lights are really bright. I mean, the condition of the reflectors is mint. Oh my gosh, this is cool. I really hope we can get it to run. Yeah. I got a spark.
Got a spark.
Got a spark, and it
Sounds nice.
It sounded nice and free. Got a bit of oil bubbling through. I reckon if you do another one of those, yeah, really nice, really nice. Hooray!
Even got some turbo boost.
Right, no fuel, but wasn't expecting any. Imagine if everything works. So we've checked the oil and topped it up in the SU carb dash pot. Fuel line has been removed. We think this is the right input. We're going to connect the can of hope because the plugs are in. We've been getting a spark. The engine turns freely. Everything blimmin' works, it seems. So I see no reason why we can't go for a fire up. You're even getting a couple of LEDs on the boost gauge.
Yeah, she's turning
that
over.
That uber rare feature. So I think we'll get the can of hope. Yeah. This looks so janky, but there is method to this madness. By the way, if you're watching this and you want to know more about the interior, we will have a deep dive into the cabin of this Metro because it really is probably the most glorious part about it. And there's also some really cool service history on the car as well, some service books. So I can now plug this onto the battery and we'll just try and prime it up with a bit of fuel and then we'll go for a start. Exciting. Let's go for a... That's what we wanted to hear. Straight away. Straight away. All right.
Again?
Yeah. No. Now, why did it try and then immediately not? I thought we were maybe overfueling it. I always worry about overfueling it with the can of hope because you can't always tell as accurately what you're doing. We're bypassing the regulator. There's a fuel regulator just down here. So I'm wondering whether we're not running it up as high pressure that we would need. So the opposite of overfueling it. So we could run it through the regulator,
Yep.
leave that to, we'll see what pressure we're running it at, and then see that way. I'm just trying to think if there's any other things that we've missed off.
Start it?
Yeah. So we've attached the fuel line, the can of hope, through the regulator, the original regulator, because I was just worried that the fuel was maybe a bit erratic, the delivery of it. Hasn't seemingly made any difference. We know the fuel's getting to the carburettor, to that join, that union. So we're trying to wonder now why it's not firing. The only time it tried to fire was that initial turn. And I thought, well, it's a given that it's going to stumble. And now it doesn't.
Is it worth checking we still got a spark?
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm going to whip a plug out and just to satisfy my
Check we still got a
curiosity.
spark.
Plugs are wet.
Are they?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. So, can dry those. Right, should we just go for a turnover, see if I get a spark still?
Okay.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
Really strong, right?
Yeah.
I know. That's why it doesn't make sense. Welcome to my life.
So we've got fuel in the spark plug, they're wet, we've got a spark, and yet we're not getting an ignition.
Yeah. I think I need to go on an apprenticeship course for A-series engines, because me and A-series engines, we don't really understand one another. Even though they're really simple engines, apparently. Give me koi carp in the bath anytime. I can understand how to keep them alive.
You can.
Should we just go for a turnover? No. No fire. You know, this engine was starting to really baffle me. Turning over and not firing at all, yet we had a strong spark and fuel delivery. And I'd frankly run out of options. So Jason decided to make a call to his old friend Rick, who has vast experience with A-series motors. Rick said a few things, but basically Rick said, just swap the plugs. Even though it was getting a spark, just swap them anyway. But before we fitted new plugs and went for a fire up, we had to have a look, as promised, at this amazing cockpit. Gosh, in here is amazing. I mean, the colour of this red carpet, which was a real draw in the 80s. You had the red stripe on the grille here. MG Metros had the red seatbelts, which everyone used to talk about, and they used to get nicked out of scrapyards to be put into other cars. They were special. This is an early car. It has an LCD turbo boost gauge light emitting diode. It says on the promo literature. Digital clock here. MG. Look, these little rubber mats on the top of the dash for putting stuff on. They really went to town on it, but this example, because it's 36,000 miles, got the original Austin Rover tape deck. It's just 4-speed though, not 5-speed, it's still 4-speed. And this has the turbo on the horn push here with a leather trimmed steering wheel. Again, red trimming. No sunroof in this car, and that could be why it's even better preserved, because no chance of rot to get in at the top there. I just can't believe how good this is. Just cannot believe it. It's really, really, really good. What I love is that Graham, who owned the car, clearly was fastidious. He's either collated and just kept pretty much every piece of promotional literature to do with hot metros. So we have got the original, look at this logo there, the Austin Rover Supercare. This is the bill of sale, and it's also got the warranty details in here, lots of old MOTs. Yeah. What he paid for that's what he paid for the car in 1988, £3,500. Some more promotional stuff. This is the facelift. Pretty sure this was the facelift Metro, so this came just after this one with body coloured bumpers and stuff. But this car being the earlier car makes it rarer in actual fact. A lot rarer. We've got lots of these. And then come around to the back, we've got more promotional magazine image here, look. Countdown, 9.9 seconds. Touch the throttle of this mean machine and you're unleashing a potent 93 horsepower, capable of powering the car from 0 to 60 in under 10 seconds. And a breathtaking 112 miles an hour where permissible. So there's a price list in here. This stuff's gold. Price list, Austin Rover. Metro, go to the bottom, 1300 turbo. Price list, £4,335, car tax 377, VAT 736, so priced on the road, £5,649. Immaculate again. This stuff, and then these manuals, which are not the regular manuals that you can get. I think these must be from a dealer or something like that. These are amazing. Jason has put a fresh set of plugs on because there's lots of spares, and we just thought we'll gap and fit new plugs. And it seems to have improved its cause. Everyone says that you can flood these really carefully. They're a bit susceptible. They're obviously a low compression engine because they're a turbo. So now we're not going to give it any extra fuel. We're just going to see if it runs with any vapor that it's got in it. I've put a jump pack on it, extra whoops. Let's see. Right. Well, that is more positive than what it was, is it not? I could give it a tiny bit of fuel.
Give it a bit of fuel, Johnny, I think.
Like a tiny bit. Okay.
Try again.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my gosh. It's kind of running. Yeah. Should I give it a bit of fuel? Right. As soon as did you just try and give it some throttle?
No,
Right,
I was
well-
holding the choke out then.
Right, well, I gave it a quick blip on the fuel pump and it killed it straight away. So I'm gonna...
Should go in.
My word. Oh! It's running. It's dead smooth. It's dead smooth.
Yes.
I can't believe that it's run after all this. I really thought it was odd.
It sounds actually quite nice.
It sounds really nice. I mean, it probably needs a bit of fuel finally, but I'm too scared to give it any.
Give it a bit. Give it a try.
The tiniest bit. So smooth.
It's fantastic.
So smooth, really.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't believe it's fired up after all that.
Wow.
Just... Listen to that.
Sounds fantastic.
Well, you know,
She ran.
she did run, and this is proof, as if we needed it, that this car doesn't need restoring. It just needs a little bit of TLC.
That's
And I
right.
mean a little, I mean a deep service. Probably a rebuild on those lovely brakes, and this thing would be on the road.
Incredible, isn't
It
it?
is a lovely, lovely example. It's such a time warp of a car, of a really rare hot hatch, you know, like so many of them have just disappeared, been nicked, been broken for spares. And it's a real pleasure to work on it.
Fantastic.
I'm just so glad that because you've come up from Cornwall.
I have.
Jason has had a big journey here. I've had a fairly long journey. You have had a massive journey. So yeah, this has been great. So I really hope you've enjoyed this Barn Find episode. I want to say thanks to you,
Oh, amazing.
and I want to say
Thank you
thanks
for
to
coming.
you.
Thanks, Johnny.
And
Thanks for coming.
the car is for sale. There will be an email address for you to contact in the description. And what a rare opportunity. to purchase a car like this, a very early Metro Turbo, a 1984. It's great. I'm so close to just saying I'll stay another day and find some water from somewhere and clean it and really give it another, give it a going over, because it's so amazing in here. Anyway, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to support us via Patreon, you can. You get early access to videos like this, and if you know of a car like this one that's been sat in a shed for a long time, or in a garage, or in a real barn, or under a tree outside, and you think it's of interest, get in touch with the show, give us some photos, some backstory, and we could be coming to film on your drive soon. I know I've been saying all along in this video that this car is for sale. Well, at the time of editing, things changed. Spoiler alert, a certain podcast partner of mine, Richard Porter, couldn't stop thinking about it and decided to do a deal with the family. He is now the smug new owner of a time capsule Metro Turbo. You'll be seeing more of this and hearing more of this soon.
It's raining, I'm in the Midlands, and I could not be happier because it's Metro Day and it's mine.